When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Florida Gators. Taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He leaves it with his back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Oh, he's got some space.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
And back to the air on second down. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas. Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Hogs it downfield. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I'll tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, you got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing the turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
And some room to work. Turns on the Jets. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those
Breaks into the open. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. And the offense will accept the penalty and move the ball forward. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Daniels. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He uncorks one deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Runs through a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
The Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Guys guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
So now it's second and long. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God with this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. He wants to take the top off. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Finds his man. It's Cleescore. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Scanning the field, it's Herbstreit. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. Stumbled to the ground.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Makes the catch. It's Ross. There he goes. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive fit.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll try the run. He found the hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Quick pass on the fly motion. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Takes the handoff. It's Moulton. Hard running there. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Catch in the middle. It's Moulton. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll start this drive going to the air. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab right down the middle. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Marsh. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Makes a grab deep. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got the tight end. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
They really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. From the gun. He's going for the goal line. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Touchdown, Gators! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the 2nd quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the 2nd half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Got a man. It's Ross. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Stewart. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Wolverines are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the...
Turning it on! They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Caught behind the line. It's Marsh. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
That's caught. It's Ross. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Give to the single back. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Florida. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And I think out routes are solely about timing, because that wide receiver is going to get to a point and break it off straight to the sidelines, and you could just tell he put too much mustard on it and just led him a little bit too far.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Release to the back. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Wolverines will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Ross. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
There we go. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gators. Once he got some room, it was over. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady?
Makes the grab on the left side. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Priestcourt. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Woo, that defender just laid the wood. As soon as that guy caught the ball, there he was. Bam. Clean hit for a minimal gain.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Marsh. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He's in open space downfield. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Give to the running back. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Might as well give it to him again. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Other scores from around the country. Slippery Rock, 28. Edinburgh, 23.
And the Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll go to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Gators will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Going right to work up top. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man quickly. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off.
Intercepted for the 11th time. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Looking for a gap. It's Daniels. Look out, he's got room. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
First down for the offense.
Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Florida.
After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air on first down. He'll take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.